I'm Manish Poudwal. I'm the Chairman and Managing Director of Subtronics India Private Limited. So our company is basically into manufacturing of electronic safety devices. Major products are gas leak detection system products. So anything to do with gas leak detection systems. We got products in gas leakage, more than 300 different types of products depending on the type of gas, depending on the type of applications. And a few other products like breath alcohol analyzers, which detect the presence of alcohol in your breath. And we also have some metal detectors. So basically everything to do with detection. And it's a 46-year-old company. The company was started by my father, our founder, the late Mr. Subhash Poudwal. And we are located at Prabhadevi, which is in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes. Now give me a small brief about how do you serve the industry?
Okay, so the applications are huge where our products are required. I'm talking about gas leak detectors and breath analyzers. We cater industry, basically majority of the food industry, the dairy industry, chemicals. We are into security. At every entry of every industry, from where you start entering a plant, you'll see a breath alcohol analyzers used to check traces of alcohol. We cater to a lot of nuclear power plants. We cater to a lot of defense orders, docks. There are a lot of hospitals, hotels that we cater to because wherever there is gas, basically, use of LPG, PNG gas, ammonia, where there is a lot of refrigeration, freezing. This is where the main application exists for us. Breath analysis is a huge industry in terms of logistics. So any company having any logistics activities, they have a lot of trucks and transportation which they use. Even for that sake, shipping industry, the airline industry, the railways, where these tests are made mandatory. We are majorly into clinical research industries. So in these industries, having a breath test is a mandate, and that's where we come into the picture. So a lot of our we cater to the clinical research industry also, and of course, metal detectors. That's a minor part of our business, but that's where everybody has witnessed testing themselves at the malls, security areas, a lot in jewelry industry because of gold detection. So encapsulation, all these where you need to stop the tiny particles of metal entering into any process. So these are the kind of industries that we are catering to.
So if you look at all the industries that you serve, which industries have recently shown an increase?
In terms of gas detection, there is a lot of increase in. I think there are some norms, especially in Maharashtra and some other states, which are any industry which comes under, which is emitting gases as exhaust. Now, there was a recent revision of these laws by some states where these have been made mandatory, and so we see a very high spike of these industries which are having some kind of I will not say pollution, but some kind of they're emitting some kind of exhaust from their systems or processes. So there has been a real spike in those industries. There has been a real spike in the fisheries industries where freezing of the products is required. There has been a lot of inquiries recently from the malls where every kitchen has to have a gas leak detection system. So we're catering a lot. So these three industries majorly are in the last few months, in fact, I must say that there's a huge spike in the increase of the application of these products.
So in terms of like, if we look at COVID situation as of now, so there has been a spike in allocating budgets or probably increase in use of industrial safety mechanisms or safety gears. So how do you see that? Will this also help you as a company to grow in the post-COVID lockdown period?
See, COVID is actually working for us. The safety consciousness of people is increasing because of this. The norms have been increasing. We've been very active during COVID period. Now there are certain products that we already have and that we are developing during this process. In fact, I will say COVID has got the best out of our team. So there's a lot of stress now to have mandate tests at the entry exits. See, we are already at the entry exits of many companies. And what better can it, because of a breath alcohol analyzers being used at the entrance and exits. So what better can it be to have one more test? We at the beginning itself, we had a lot of inquiries for any COVID detection kits. Now that's not asked for. We are only into the electronics of it. But yes, we are very active into getting a solution for these applications, and we are actually in the process of having a lot of these products coming out now. It's a new R&D. So we got a in-house R&D, which is a very active department, and we'll be launching a few exciting products which will drastically help. Like I said, as we are already at the entry and the exits, so this helps us a lot. We are already at these places where these checks are conducted. So it looks promising. The future looks promising for us.
So if you look at the current impact of COVID-19 situation, like like last 2 months have been really difficult for almost each and every industry. So how have you tackled these challenges, and how are you looking ahead for the post-lockdown period?
So times are difficult for all. Yes, I must accept. For example, they've stopped having breath analysis at any particular location. Now, this is purely because of hygiene point of view, and we want to curb the stop of COVID. Very simply put, you can't take a breath analysis test without a person being close to the machine. We already have developed machines which you don't need to come in physical contact with the machine to submit your sample. But then again, social distancing, and we need to maintain a particular distance. So yes, the number of inquiries that we've been getting is maintained. I would say, I will not say they've gone down because these have not stopped everywhere. But then there are issues because of COVID. For us also, all these instruments need to be calibrated. So they come back to us. Maybe our people go there and service. So all those activities of recalibration and site servicing have stopped because of COVID, and that's yes, that has caused some impact on the industry. So even in terms of gas detection, we have many of our systems in AMCs. All the AMCs have also stopped. So we can't depute our people in and around. So we are catering to more than 4,500 clients since last 45 years. So sending people around, the movement is stopped. So that's we are trying to answer and help our clients on site, but physically the physical presence of our team at site has been drastically affected because of COVID. Although we are very active on our marketing and sales. We all are working from home. We are absolutely ready to go in case there are any doubts. We are always online helping our clients. We got helplines which are very active. But when it comes to physical movement of our people, all the deliveries have stopped, dispatches have stopped because transportation, there is nobody to transport the material. There's no company ready to accept it. So yes, these are testing times, but I guess this problem is faced by all industries, not just us. But yeah, that's the effect of COVID. Having parts, components from the market, sourcing your raw material. That's also affected a lot. So we're just waiting when the conditions will improve. I hope the government of Maharashtra, of course, they are taking steps and they will open stage-wise. So we're just waiting for them to, we're just waiting when we can open offices and resume at least some activity. That's how it has affected the COVID situation now.
So if you look at the operational style of operation which have been changed with this COVID-19 situation, like many industries have to have a proper mechanism when it comes to, like, while they are allowing workforce to enter their premises, they with proper safety gears already in place, then proper sanitation facilities. So all this, how have you managed to? How ready are you to resume your operations for your manufacturing?
So as of
And
now,
also,
yeah, sorry.
also, I would like to ask you one more thing. Like, how are you planning to resume your supply chain, or probably re-trigger your supply chain to come back into the place and start your normal operations as of now? Or are you
Yes,
also changing ways to operate it through digital platforms as well?
yes. So we were expecting a lockdown to open up today, which has had to be extended till 31st. So we were all ready. In fact, all the precautionary measures. Any people entering our factories, we have a mandate of the temperature test using a contactless thermometer. We've got sanitization booths installed in the factory. We've already got all the precautionary actions that we can maintain. In fact, even in the factories, we've got a social distancing and we've drawn boxes for people to maintain a particular distance from each other. The last thing you want is our staff not to have fear while they're working. So we don't want that. Whatever precautions need to be taken will be taken, and we're trying our level best to do all those precautions which we can. Luckily, our CRM, the customer relationship management package that we are having to operate our office has been recently upgraded. So we need not be in a physical place, at the office to reply to our. So we got everything online. We got everything cloud-based. So that has supported us a lot. We didn't expect this situation, but yes, of course, I can only imagine if we would have not done that in time, it would have been a very difficult state for us. So our teams have been given logins and they can access our whole database from where they are at home. You may not even be in the desk. But yes, from the point of view of taking precautions of movement of people, that is one thing because we got our factory at a different location, not very far, and we got three other offices which are all nearby in the same building. So even the building and premises in which we are trying to implement the most possible COVID precautions, like sanitizing the whole buildings. We've already sanitized our offices. We've already done deep cleaning. Uh, we have to cooperate with the government now, so we are waiting for the 31st. Once we are at 31st, I think we should be ready to go. So luckily, we got all the products in stock. Only we can start supply as soon as we resume. We are allowed to resume office, and because we always had this tendency of stocking up items, we never have a late delivery. On-time delivery record is at staggering 98% for the last 2 years at least. So we try to maintain those, and the only thing which is we're waiting for is the government approval now for us to start production and start office as usual. So we quite the whole team is waiting, especially our production and the procurement team. So quite ready for starting back to normal.
So, do you also observe that a lot of experts in the industry have been telling this that the COVID-19 situation would open more avenues when it comes to export markets, or probably also it will trigger some local production of components which was earlier sourced from the other countries and it were not manufactured in India. So, how do you look at this scenario?
I absolutely agree with these experts. So we have seen beautiful rise in the number of inquiries of breath alcohol analyzers. For example, let me give an example. Uh, Most of the market where these tests were not mandatory, but they had to have a breath analysis test just because it's in one of the clauses of ISO to have a precautionary step. These companies like these who used not give so much importance to these tests were procuring a lot of material which was very cheaply available from some other countries, like for example China. And for Indian manufacturers, we just can't match those prices. I mean, for example, I have had inquiries from people who say they bought a whole breathalyzer for rupees 700. Here in India, even if we use four original Panasonic batteries, that's also going to cost us more than 700. So our batteries would not cost as much as these Chinese products would cost. And we had to let go of such clients and customers in the past. But now all those people are coming back because those products have stopped coming in. I don't think that's going to be encouraged also. People we will not be going in for that. But of course, because of our Prime Minister's recent yojana to encourage the local procurement, we are very glad to observe this rise in trend. The number of inquiries that we are getting has only risen after the COVID situation. So that's a positive. So it is definitely people are aware now, and they are stressing on Indian manufactured products. So I think that is a big boon to us, in fact. Let's say.
So now I would also ask you one more question, like, but obvious one, but yes, that how, what are your views on the recent government announced packages for MSMEs, like the previous one as well as the recent one of 20,000 crores? So how are you looking about it? Like, how, what are your views? Is that better, or is it would need more effort from the government and to meet and help MSMEs to uplift their games?
I will not personally elaborate on this from my personal point of view, but any help from the government is encouraged. In my personal opinion, the 20 lakh crore package not exciting for us, not exciting for MSMEs, not of immediate help to us. Taking loans and then repaying after 4 years, such clauses not really helpful to us. But I'm sure they will be coming up with some much better packages for companies like us. So my personal point of view, okay, fine, you've given us some relief, but yeah, expectations are there from the government. So hopefully they should be fulfilled. They will do something much better for companies like us.
So now in the end, what I would like to know is, like, I would like you to elaborate a little bit on your cloud-based management systems. Like you mentioned that you have a cloud-based kind of operation and everyone can access and work from their homes or probably wherever they are based at currently. So how has this particular platform that you have upgraded yourself well in time, and how has this helped? Because a lot of time, like we have been interviewing so many people, very few of them have, all are basically MSMEs and likewise companies, and very few of them have such automated systems. While I'm coming across you as who has already implemented it well in time. So now would like to know, like, how has this platform helped you to like manage your work, as well as it makes it more convenient when people are not there in your offices.
Right. So see, this all started when our business is a family-run business. It was started by my father, like I said. I not worked in any other company or gained any experience from by working with any other corporate, so that was not there. So it was the vision of my father that he wanted me to at least have an MBA. And well, I did my MBA. I was exposed to this. There was a different topic called CRM, and this was in 2005 that we started CRM. I'm a systems management company. I'm a black belt certified ISO auditor. I take very keen interest in systems and implementation. That's of very importance to me. Relying on any staff or relying on anybody is not how we want our company to be running. The whole motive of having the CRM was to move from a traditionally run company to a very professionally managed company. It should not be a one-man show. And I had this vision since the day I joined. Now, our first CRM came into the picture in 2005, and this was as far as we could relate it to, because I was quite new. That's when I joined my company, and we started developing our own software. But slowly over a period of time, we got it upgraded, wherein today we are in a place where we can reply to your inquiries within the next 3 minutes. So that's because most of the stuff is all done handled by our CRM software. Now, since it's a cloud-based, we don't need to. We are also into software. So, like for example, one of our products where we do a lot of breath analysis for our clinical research team, we supply them with the software which is CFR 21 compliant. CFR 21 compliance is basically, these are guidelines for security of the software. And we give a lot of importance to those. So in fact, around 3-4 years back, we were a company who were making software for people, but didn't implement that in our own software, in our own CRMs. So slowly the whole 10 was to convert it. Luckily, last 6-7 months we've been running our CRM successfully. We didn't expect something like COVID, and we are blessed that we did it on time. So the whole process from an inquiry to a dispatch is all almost taken care by our software, and that has been a real supporting factor, backbone, in fact, I'll say, for our company. I will urge all MSMEs. Now, this software is developed completely by us, like I said. I myself will do a lot of coding, a lot of software, so that helps me to fine tune when you give the outsourcing of the software to companies. This people don't do it because it's expensive. I will not agree to that it's expensive. Uh, it's an investment. It's not a expense, and it pays off. Tomorrow, if our auditors come, we can give them live figures. I'm talking about ISO audits. We can tell them the actual amount, and we don't need to do any background. The whole system is designed so that there's no pending work. The process, you have to go through the process to upgrade the status of the client. So that's how it has really helped us, and there's a lot to do more in this year. So I think that's the trend, right? All the companies are. That's how we've got to do. In fact, for our products also, the vision is to put all this data of gas detection, all this data of analysis on the clouds. Wherever you are, you will have access to whatever your plant's status is. You need not even, today our products are capable of reaching you on our apps. They can reach you at the place where you are. Most of our clients today, even though they are sitting at home, in case there's a gas leak, they are getting notified on their mobiles. We've given them that facility. Most of them have opted for it. So I think the digital age we should take advantage of. I like technology, and I think that's the trend in our field. If we don't change and if we don't evolve, I don't think it would have been easy for us to survive for these 46 years. So what we made today is going to be extinct by a couple of years, and we can't keep selling the same product. So I think the CRM is a very important backbone, which is supporting action to all these initiatives that we are taking. We're trying to go paperless, absolutely paperless. That's our top priority, and that's been done and that's been handled very well by the CRM system that we are designing. And this is a custom CRM, so we've got it done as per our requirements. So there's no such ready package which is there. But of course, and I encourage all MSMEs to do this, because I don't think software is anymore very premium thing for a very big, huge company. MSMEs can't afford a system like SAP, so why not design something which is very customized to your requirement? And yeah, I think we got it done on time, and that's what has saved us this.
Thank you so much for your time and your insights as well. And we are definitely looking forward for more of such interactions, not only on the video interview platforms, but also on the webinar fronts. So yes, we'll definitely associate again on these kind of platforms, and of course, we'll leverage it digitally, as you said.
I'm in for
it. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. I my good regards to your company and the work that you're doing. Yeah.